He's here! Hey everybody! We're making smoothies!
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Devil Saviour Split. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So at the front here, we have a Split in his robot mode, in his truck mode, the pyramids there in the background, Devil Saviour. Split, Troublemaker. On this side of the box we have Split, on the other side of the box we have Split, on the top Split, on the bottom words, things, stuff, and things. On the back of the box you have your obligatory product shots, this, that, the other, things and stuff, and things, and that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have Split, and this is the first component of Devil Saviour's Troublemaker, their take on Revenge of the Fallen Devastator, and this is their Mixmaster. Now, truth be told, full disclosure, this is actually my second copy of this figure because the first copy I got frustrated me to the point where I threw it on the floor and smashed it to pieces. So yeah, not a fun figure. Not a fun figure at all, and hopefully this one will not suffer the same fate, even though I've had urges, but hopefully this one will stay. Actually, it hasn't stayed in one piece, but we'll get to that a little bit later, but yeah, hopefully this one will stay in one piece as best as it can. But yes, anyway, here is Mixmaster in his truck mode, and let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. You can see right up front here, we have the whole front grille section done in a nice silver. Instead of a Mack truck, it is a Mask truck. Wrong franchise, but I get what they were doing there. I get it. But you do get some nice weathering as well. One of the few compliments I'll give this figure. Some nice weathering throughout the truck mode. You can see the tires are just dingy and dirty. They look quite nice. You can see the windshield and the windows done in a tinted transparent plastic. Some silver up top, some orange there for the lights. Although some of that orange got to use a second coat, as you can see the color kind of bleeding through there, but. Got some silver there for the side view mirrors, silver there, silver tanks, silver smokestacks again. Yeah, some more of that weathering going on. The big mixing drum on the back. Some more tires. The tires are plastic. They're not rubber, plastic tires, but it's okay. Still look good. So you get kind of a dingy silver in there for the rims. And there's the back. And there's the top. There is the bottom. It rolls not that well. There's always something dragging. No matter what I do, there's always something dragging there. And this wheel just doesn't want to roll because this wheel is kind of bumped up against this piece right here. And I don't know how to make it not bump up against that piece right there because this piece I have, on this side, I have clearance. It rolls just fine, but on this side, I don't have the clearance for whatever reason, and I don't get it. Another thing that's frustrating here is that this section here there's always a gap there. Again, no matter what I do, there's always a little gap. I can never get things sitting perfectly flush, and it's just that like it just doesn't want to stay together perfectly well like it should. There are two things I had to fix on this figure. This side panel right here just came completely off. The screws just stripped out of the holes they were in. So I ended up having to just glue this panel in place. And another thing I had to fix was this wheel right here, the armature this wheel is on. As you move this around for transformation, the screw would loosen itself to the point where this just got all floppy. So I basically just had to glue the screw into the hole so this would stay nice and snug and wouldn't loosen itself. So, yeah, this figure kind of doesn't even want to stay together. It just seems like it's not very well put together. So on top of it being frustrating to mess with, it wants to fall apart on you as well. So, you know. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, but there you have that. And for comparison, here he is with the Revenge of the Fallen Voyager Mixmaster. Here he is with the Studio Series Mixmaster. And here he is with Masterpiece Movie Optimus Prime. So you can see how that works out. So, there you go. So yeah, that is basically it for the truck mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? Woo, alrighty. Now, getting him into his other modes really isn't that bad. It's getting him into truck mode. This is really what presents the most frustration and made me want to smash this thing on the floor. So I know people are going to watch this and be like, what are you talking about? EmGo, did she mode that bad? And the transformation, it's funny because the transformation is not complicated. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty basic, honestly. But it just, like, getting him into truck mode, it just fights you every step of the way. So for anybody who's going to say, oh, it didn't look that bad, but you weren't there, okay? You weren't there. You don't know what I went through with this thing. But anyway, let's just get down to it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into combine mode. So to get him into combine mode, first thing we want to do is we want to take this section right here, just move the smokestack out of the way and pop this out, we'll put this off to the side for now. So now we want to move his little hands out of the way, and his little fingers are a little bit on the sharp side, so you might want to be careful there, because at one point I did almost stab myself in the thigh transforming this guy, so that's not fun either. You want to undo this section here, just untab this, and bring that back. Untab, bring that back. Then you want to bring the smokestacks back. That will unpeg them. Bring them out to the side. Unpeg, bring that out to the side. You can see how easily that just undoes all this here because this does not stay together well. These little bits here, you just bring out to the side. That will allow you to then unpeg this and just bring it down like so. And then just kind of swing these in and bring these back. And that's just going to hang out for now. Actually, one more thing we need to do under here is we need to take his hands and we need to rotate them around. And this presents a bit of a struggle. Just kind of getting things situated there. There we go. That was actually the easiest time I had doing that. Thank you. Thank you for actually cooperating with me for once. So just kind of swing that around. There we go. And just bring his hands back like that. And again, just swing these back. Just leave that all there for now. So now we're going to take this whole cab section and we're going to rotate this around like that. Turn this around because we still need to work on this whole cab. So what we're going to do here is we're going to undo these bits here. Just unplug that, bring that off to the side, unplug, bring that off to the side, and then we're going to split. We're going to split hood. And just open that up, bring that to the side. We can see Devastator starting to peek out at us. You want to take these sections here of the bumper. This will fold up. And then this will come up and just angle up like that. Be careful with the hood ornament. The hood ornament is packed separately. It's just, it just tabs in there. And if you're not careful, this will pop out very easily. So I ended up just super gluing this in place so it will never come out again. So another piece I had to kind of glue into place just so it won't come apart. So anyway, do the same thing on the other side. Just bring this out and then fold this around, bring this up, angle it up, and then you just want to bring these panels all the way out like so, so they sit like that. Then you want to open up these side panels here, open that up here, and then we can just kind of bring all this up and back like so. Turn them around, and we're going to unpeg this section here. Let's just undo that, and now we have to work on this section here. So you just want to take all this and just rotate. Get this out of the way here. Rotate this so the wheel is facing forward like that. Just kind of bring this up and get this out of the way. So we're going to basically just undo this bit here, and this bit has to go over this section, and this is where you're kind of flexing things around things, which, as you know, I am not a fan of. I don't like doing that. But bring that around, clear that, and we're going to bend it. There are multiple hinges here. You want to bend it at this hinge right here. So bend that down like that, and then you're going to bring this around. At this point, you can use the ankle tilt to get this to clear over this section here. Just bring this around and just swing all this in like that. this will all sit in just like so, and that's how you want that looking there. Well, you want this angled forward, but as far as the hinges go, that's how you want that looking. So when things looking like that, then this wheel, you just want to rotate down like that. This bit here, you just want to swing this under and bring this out to the side like that. This bit will just come down and sit over like that. And that is basically how you want all that looking right there. So, second verse is just like the first. And now that we got both sides done here, you want to peg them together. There's a peg and a port right there. Just bring this together. And you have a lot of hinges to work with here, so just get everything angled just right. Get it all nice and squozen. And there you go. So now we're going to bring these bits down. These bits are on sliders. They will slide back, slide that back. And we need to also undo this little section here. This does kind of pop downward like that. We're going to bring up Devastator's face on this hinge right here, and these pegs will go into the ports right here in the wheels. So just bring all that up and get everything lined up as best as you can, which I don't think I do. And oops, 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 there we go. That pegs in. Get that side pegged in. Again, just kind of get it all nice and squozen. And there you go. You do want to pop that back in where it was. Undoing it just kind of helps you get everything angled right, and then you want to pop it back in to place to get everything secured. So there you go. We're on our way. We're on our way. So now you just want to bring these sections here, just bring them back like that. These bits right here, bring it up, bring this section forward, fold this section down, bring that up, and this will tab in right here into the side of his face. Like so. Same thing on the other side. Just forward, down, and oops, out of the way. Bring it back. There we go. And just tab that in to the side of his noggin. And then we're going to take these little bits here, rotate that around, rotate this around, out, rotate, and then just tab his jaw together here, his lower jaw, and this windshield section here will just fold back on a double hinge, and then you bring this up, and you can see this little post port right there. Got that, get all that into position, and just peg that into place. Get all that going, like so. Come back here. These sections are going to tuck back behind these tanks here. Make sure they go all the way in there. So just bring that up and tuck that all the way in like that. Again, these are just going to sit back here. And then we take these bits, they split into two pieces. One tabs in on this side. You want to use the second tab here. This tabs in on the other side, like so. And we're almost done. You want to take these bits here and bring them up, rotate it around, bring this up, and rotate it around, angle that out, make sure that stays all together. And there you go. There you have Devastator's big old beautiful noggin. And that looks quite good, in my opinion, you know. Some nice detail, some nice paintwork. I mean, look at that beautiful face here. Look at that beautiful face. Again, you got the nice weathering effect going on there. Like, it looks really good. Nice bright green there for the eyes. I can work with this. I can work with this. Not too bad. Got his, like, double jaw going on there. You can see the teeth here, done in like a really dull like gold. And it looks pretty good. Got the drum here again. Got like a brushed metal look and weathered as well. I mean, all in all, I mean, it works. It works. And, you know, his head is going to be able to turn. He's going to be able to look left and right some. So, all in all, not too bad there. Now you can give him the, I forget what they call it in the instructions, just kind of the, you know, like the berserk mode or whatever. I forget what they call it in the instructions. But basically, you just like untab these sections here, just kind of flare it out. You untab the jaw, you untab this jaw, like that, and then you can split the face in half like that and open that up like so, and then you're supposed to take these bits and just kind of rotate them forward so they're like that, and there you have that, you know, when he's about to start, you know, sucking up everything, you know, that's the exact sound he made. That's the sound he made when he did that. Anyway, you know, but there you go. That's the thing you can do if you want to do it. And these things don't like to stay on too well either. That's another thing that's very annoying. These little things just don't like to stay on. Alright, so from here we're going to go into robot mode. So we need to move these again, put those off to the side. We're going to rotate these around. Just set them down. We'll get them situated a bit later when it's easier to get those situated back where they're supposed to go. So let's get down to it. So basically we have to pretty much undo everything we did here and get it back pretty much back into cab mode. So bring these out and just kind of bring these down and get them out of the way. And we're just going to start undoing all of this here. Get this panel back where they were, like so, and bring these just back up, back, get that down, up, back, down, bring these sections back out, like that. You want to unpeg this whole lower jaw here, get that out of the way, and rotate that back around, flip that in, rotate, flip, and we'll just leave that alone for now, and then we just have to unpeg his face here from the wheels and bring that down. Now all this, all we really need to do at this point here is just kind of bring these little bits up and just kind of unfold these legs as best you can. These are going to be his robot mode legs. So just kind of get them up, get them out of the way. We'll finish getting all that situated in a bit. But right now, we need to kind of get all this back together here as best we can anyway, because it doesn't stay together too well anyway. So these bits here, you just want to slide forward like that, bring that down. That will come up and tab in on either side, like so, and then we just bring this up. This will just come down, straighten that out, bring that in, fold that up, straighten that back out, and bring it in. You can see a little post right there for a port. There are tabs in the front. So again, just try to get it all back together as best you can. There are tabs that are supposed to go right in here, which are usually not very much fun to try to get in, at least the one side anyway. There we go, that actually went in flush. There we go, that actually went in flush, but then undid this side. See what I'm talking about? It just kind of, you can never get everything to sit perfectly flush. You always end up with gaps. You can get it flush on one side, but it comes undone on the, yeah, that's it, see, and you end up, I don't know, but anyway. Okay, now we got that done. At this point now, you do want to undo this little extra hinge here. Just bring that up like so. And what are we doing now? What are we doing now? I know what we're doing. So you want to rotate this around like so. My cab's just going to sit there for now. And now we will just work on his legs. So what we're going to do here, you're just going to bring this around like that and just kind of straighten this leg out. And you do want all that to just stay where it is. You bring out this little toe here. This little toe on the side comes out. And then this will just swing around his leg. Make sure all these hinges are straight. This will come around And this will then peg in right here on the side, like so, to hold that in place. And then we can just rotate the thigh. This actually started off like this. So you want to bring this around, and that will peg in right in there, like so, to make his thigh. That wheel stays right up there where it is. You just rotate it right here at this section, then bring up this section there, and there you have a leg all done. Second verse is just like the first. So there is legs. Hooray for legs. So now we can move on to the upper body. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take these bits. You see there's locking points. You just want to rotate these up so they match with the opening there. And then you just want to just push this through, and the clearance is at a bare minimum here. I wish these openings were just a little bit bigger. But you can push them through. Just takes a bit of doing. Just pry that out like that, and then you want to just split the drum here so you can give birth to this piece. Push! Push! There we go. And you give birth to a cannon there. That's how that works. There's even a birthing process in this transformation. Isn't it beautiful? It's the magic. It's the circle of life right here. It's the beauty of life. All right, so once we've done that, we can again just kind of get these out of the way. So now we're going to work on his arms. So you want to untab this bottom section here. Just kind of pull this out. You can see your tabs, multiple slots there. Kind of bring all this down like so. Come down a little bit. And then you want to take this section here and you want to push it in. There's a little L tab that gets hooked in there. So undo that so you can get all that done and pull it up. And that will free up the arm here. This section here is just going to flip in. You want to angle this. There's clearance for it to flip all the way in. Bring out its little claws, and then this will just flip in, just angle in like so. You can give it a little push down as well, and that just sits like that. And then you want to just, now this part is a little weird to manipulate. It's basically just take this section here and just kind of rotate it, like rotate it down, and then you can bring it all out, and there's a lot of hinges here you got to mess with. Kind of get this situated. This little bit right here, which this piece right here I think is completely unnecessary. It doesn't need to be there. It kind of gets in the way more than anything. But you want to rotate this bit here to the back, and then rotate this back to the forefront here. And you want this back here, and then this will just flip over and sit right there. I think that's kind of a pointless piece, but whatever. Okay, so just bring the arm down. Again, you got a lot of hinges to work with here. Just kind of bring this section down like that over his shoulder, and there you have an arm pretty much done. Second verse just like the first. And now that he has two arms, hooray for arms, we can take these tank sections here. You just want to swing them forward like so first, and then you want to take this section here and just collapse it down like that, and then you want to bring these back up, and now these will peg in right in there. So peg that in, bring a little smokestack down, that will tuck right back, and other side again, just kind of tuck that back like so, and these little bits here will just rotate in, just make more of a chest, and lock those bits into place. So all right, we're getting places here. We're pretty much at the home stretch here. Getting everything situated. So now we can work on the back. So this section here, as you can see, is on a rail. You only want to bring this down about halfway. And one really weird design choice here is you can see this rail goes all the way down. You never have to bring this all the way down. The furthest this ever goes is halfway. So why did they have this go all the way down? It makes no sense. It makes, weird choices they made. But anyway, bring this up, and you can see there's a tab right there. Just get everything situated to where that will line up, like so, and then you just bring that up, like that. You want to unfold the cannon here. That will snap into place right there. Bring that up. This little bit here, just make sure that comes all the way back. This little ladder just comes to the back like that. At this point now, we bring up the cab, and this will tab in right in there. So just line that up. Tab that in as best you can. And his head here, it's on a hinge here that comes down. You want his head kind of sinking forward like that. And are we done? I think we're done. We're almost done, actually. There's one more thing we need to do just to kind of finish things off. These bits right here, you want to unfold them like so. And these are going to plug into the backs of his legs. So you'll plug them in just like this. And this is also going to provide a little extra support here for his feet, because he has kind of small feet. And without these, he does kind of have trouble standing. So you kind of want to plug those in right there and right there. And truth be told, these sometimes don't hold in super well, but how much you kind of push down on them. Yeah, that's another thing. It's just kind of like tolerances. It seems like that's just a little bit more flush, but it just kind of doesn't. It sits in there well enough to stay in place, but hey, it is what it is. But like I said, it provides a bit more heel support there. Keep him stable, because he does have a good amount of weight going on here. But there we go. There he is. There you have Split in his robot mode. And as you can see, they took some liberties with Mixmaster's design. It's not totally screen accurate. You know, they took some liberties with it, but you know, it looks pretty good. Not too bad. Not too shabby. I didn't get these situated like I said I was going to, but you can just gotta get these tucked in back there where they need to be. Yeah, oh no. You know, it looks nice. It looks nice. So let's get in close here so we can take a look. That's noggin enough. As you can see, it is a pretty nicely done head sculpt. I don't know how well you can see it, but the eyes, his little beady eyes are picked out in red. But a pretty nice head sculpt. You can see he's very lean. Not a whole lot of mass to him. So you get some bits of silver in there. Little claw fingies. And this piece right here, this little crotch plate right here also has a tendency to pop off easily, so I had to glue that in place too. So again, more things that kind of don't want to stay in. So, you see, his feet. And the back, just like all Mixmasters, he has the cab just hanging off his butt there. You know, it's the Mixmaster thing. It's just the Mixmaster thing. As far as movie Mixmaster goes. You can see, cannon here does have some nice detail going on. Again, that nice weathering effect as well. And there you go. Now, as far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball joint. You can rotate. You can have the head sitting up, have the head sitting more down. As far as side to side, you can get a little bit of side to side movement there. If you want the arms, you have a lot of joints here at the arms. They can rotate here. You have that joint right there also, so you can have the joint moving forward and back if you want it to. Inward and outward there. Outward movement here as well if you need it. You have bicep rotation. You have a lot of joints here, as you can see. You have a hinge there, so you have a nice range of movements. He does have wrist rotation as far as the claws go. Hinge there and hinge there. As far as the waist, he does not have a waist, because once you plug the cab into place, it kind of, it locks up the waist rotation. If you undo it, then you can use it, but then that's going to be all floptastic, so you probably don't want to do that. And these came off, because like I said, they don't hold on too well. Whatever! Legs can move forward that far. You can do them high kicks. Back, again, only as far as the backpack will allow. Outward movement, if you undo things, you got the outward movement there. You do have rotation right there. You also have rotation down here if you want it. Yeah, you do have multiple joints there at the knees. A lot of joints to work with if you want to use them. Lots of joints, as you can see. Lots of joints. The feet can move up, they can move down, and you have the ankle tiltage. There are other parts that move in the shoulder pads as well, and the instructions don't even acknowledge that these parts move, but you can take the section here and it does kind of rotate back, so you kind of open that up, and this will also angle down, so, you know, you can kind of make it look like there's a little bit more going on with the shoulder pads if you want to, and, you know, again, things you can do if you want to do it, just to make it look a little bit more like other things have happened. And again, this piece is falling off of his leg because it doesn't stay on too well, but whatever. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with the original Revenge of the Fallen Mixmaster. Here he is with the Studio Series. Here he is with MPM Bumblebee, with MPM Prime, my knockoff version, with MPM Megatron, my knockoff version, and here he is with the TF Dream Factory Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, and I personally like how that looks. So, there you go. Alright, so we have one more mode to go through here, and that is the cannon mode. So to do that, we'll just kind of get his shoulder pads back in place here, get them all situated like, so just straighten all that back out. Yada yada yada, blah blah blah, yakety schmackety. Alright, so we got that done. Basically all the transformation we're doing here is in the legs, so what we're doing here is trying to keep his arms out of the way, but that won't probably happen. But you just want to bring this down. You're going to bring the wheel down just halfway. Obviously, you want to undo this, take out these weapons here, get those out, and just untab that. So we're going to unpipe the leg, rotate it around. We're basically going pretty much back to truck mode here with the legs. So just rotate this around, and then rotate the leg here, because there's a little notch in here that the wheel is going to sit into. So just straighten all that out, have that sitting like that, and then we take the foot and the leg and all this good stuff here, and we just bring this up and over, and all this will come up, and then this will come up and over this bit right here, which again involves some flexing of stuff, which I don't like doing. Oh, there we go. So just get that situated right in there, like so. Like that. Get this around, and this will just sit down here. This will just come over and just sit over top all this like that. And this flips to the forefront, like so. And again, just flip up that little toe. You want to flip in the toes also. Just flip those toes in, flip that up. And there you go. Second verse is just like the first. Alright, and we got that done. Hooray for getting things done. And these two legs will just hook together in the middle. Like that. And this does not stay together well for me either. It's another thing that doesn't like to stay together as well as it should. So anyway, but that's basically what you want going on there. Make sure that stays tabbed together. It doesn't like to stay in too well either. So you just want to take his head and just kind of tuck it down like so. You just kind of want to bring the cannon up, bring the shoulder pads up so they're angled like that. Just angle all this up like so, and you're basically just going to bend the arms. You want to take this section here, flip this out, and then turn his hands around like that. And take one of these, fold it in half, and this will tab in right there, like so. That side stays in well enough. You want that going on there. Same thing on the other side. Just flip that out, turn the hand around. Now this side, this gun does not like to stay in. Like, it really doesn't like to stay in. Like, it just doesn't want to stay in. Like, really, really doesn't want to stay in. And yeah, so whatever. Anyway, so just pretend that other gun is there too, and it's not a piece of crap. Just basically, just get all that situated like that. Get all this angled up, like so. Just get everything in places and things to where it looks like something cohesive. And there you go. There you have the cannon mode. That's pretty much all there is to it. You can kind of manipulate stuff around to get it angled a little bit better, but there's the gist of it. He used this mode for all of 2 seconds in the movie. I don't really care about it, but you know, hey, it's a thing you can do. If you want to do it, we'll give you the turnaround, and of course this doesn't stay together too well either, so, you know, it's more issues, more frustration, but hey, it is what it is. There you go. So there you have Split, and woo! I'll tell you, when I first started seeing pictures of this set, man, I was hype. I was hyped for this set. I was really looking forward to this set, but having messed with this guy, not really looking forward to it anymore. They've kind of, this has kind of killed my hype. Because if all the figures are going to be like this is not going to be fun, and I'm honestly worried if that combined mode is even going to be able to stay together, honestly. I honestly fear for the stability of that combiner, having messed with this guy, if this guy is any indication. The engineering on this is just not smooth at all. There's a lot of things that want to fight you. There's a lot of flexing things around things, which I'm not a fan of. There are parts I've had to glue in place because they either just want to strip themselves off or just not want to stay on. All of the modes look good. That's the one compliment I'll give it. All of the modes look good. Like, I love the weathering paint job they did to this. I think it looks great. The robot mode looks really good. The truck mode looks good, although the cab doesn't really like to stay together. That's another frustration. You know, the combined mode looks awesome. There's just a lot of room for improvement here. You know, I love the look of this figure, but I'm not really a fan of this figure. Now, hopefully, they'll take what they learned from this figure and apply it to their other figures, and hopefully the other figures in this set will be better. I hope. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm praying. So, we're just gonna have to see how this goes. You know, I'm committing myself. I'm committing myself to this set. We're gonna see it to the end, but whoo, I don't know. I don't know if my sanity, what little of it there is left, will survive. If this is any indication of what the set is going to be like, I don't know. I don't know. But there you go. Now, I picked this up from a TF source. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also get third-party Transformers from BigBadToyStore.com, also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. You can also check out the Devil Saviour Troublemaker playlist for this and all future reviews, also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Devil Saviour Split, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, boom in your face. Hey, Mixmaster, what have you been up to? Mixing up some trouble? Ah! See what I did there? What? Oh, come on, that was good! Hey! You laugh at my jokes or I will rip you in half!